you've been looking to move abroad as a caregiver, then this video is for you. Canada has a pathway to move into its country as a caregiver, be it you want to move into Canada as a nursing assistant, aged carer, children carer, or a nanny. Then you have a very good opportunity to get into Canada this year. I've previously talked about this pathway to Canada, where I gave full information and full details on how to move to Canada. I gave the details on eligibility, the document needed, and a lot more. So I would advise you to go and watch that video to understand what I would be doing here today. However, my agenda for today is quite a simple one. This is because I will be showing you some remarkable agency in Canada as of 2023 that are hiring international care workers into its country with full visa sponsorship. These agencies are willing to bring you into Canada provided you meet the requirements of moving into Canada as a caregiver. Most of you now will be asking, what is this requirement? Firstly, you need to have at least 1 year experience in caregiving job. That is, you must have done a job previously under this field where you gain at least a year experience. Without wasting much time, let's go straight into today's video. Please guys, do not forget to give this video a very big fat like, and as you do so, may God bless you. And if this is your first time here on this channel, let me know in the comment section, as I love having you. You really make my day. Say to me that, Clara, this is my first time here, so I would greet you specially. Guys, let's continue with the agenda for today. As usual, I would be sharing my screen with every one of you to show you the full details of these agencies, of these companies hiring international candidates as caregiver. Please do not skip any part of this video, as today's video is very informative and you want to grasp each steps as not to make a mistake when you go through the application process. A lot of benefits comes with moving to Canada as a caregiver. The number one of them all is that you can move with your dependent. That is, if you want to move to Canada as a caregiver, you can move with your children and your spouse. Another benefit that comes with moving to Canada as a caregiver is that Ielts is not needed. So you don't need to bother about writing the Ielts exam before you move to Canada through this pathway. Another benefit I love about moving to Canada as a caregiver is that you are not tied to any employer. You are not tied to any employer. That is, if you are employed by a particular organization and you feel like that place is not for you, you can easily switch to another employer in Canada. This is an amazing opportunity, and I believe every one of you should grab this. If you've been trying UK for so long, why don't you take a look into moving down to Canada? So I'm going to show you this agency that is now recruiting from overseas. They are recruiting caregivers from overseas, and the name of this agency is called Face Personnel Service. Face Personnel Service has been in the business of hiring international caregivers outside of Canada. When I said caregivers, I'm talking about healthcare assistant, I'm talking about nursing aide, I'm talking about nursing assistant, as you would like to call them. And if you're also a nurse, this opportunity is for you. As you can see, they have been in the experience of recruiting carers from overseas since the past 15 years. They have amazing opportunity where you could easily contact them and let them know that you are willing to migrate to Canada through this means. And guess what? You are not meant to pay a penny before your application would be processed. As long as you meet the required eligibilities and criteria that suit the Canadian government as a caregiver, then this is for you. I'm going to be reading quickly about this company to see what they do. How can we move through them to Canada? This agency would match you to those employers in Canada, those organizations in Canada, or care facilities in Canada that is looking for caregivers. They are experts in recruiting child carer, elder carers, home carers, as the case might be. And as you can see, with over 15 years of experience, whether you require a caregiver to attend to the needs of your children or a caregiver to attend to an elderly or disabled person, First Personnel works directly with you to make the best match possible. They will match you to those who require care assistance at the moment. Like you all know, I do say that moving abroad with agency is much more easier, is much more faster, is much more better than going to sort for companies one after the other or employers one after the other. This is because with agency, you don't need to bother about job application. All you need is submit your CV with them, and with that, they will do the remaining process for you. That is when they get a possible recruiter or employer that is looking for you, or that you have the skill that matches what that employer is looking for, then they would contact you. Guys, how amazing this is. You don't need to bother about applying for job. This is so amazing, guys. This is so amazing. So I'm going to be showing you what the overseas sponsorship entails in details, and I'm reading it all out so you guys would also understand better and know what to do. So for the overseas applicant, for you to get started, what you need to do is fill out the application form on their website. First Personnel put everything in place to make your move to Canada a pleasant experience. Put simply in the English that I've been speaking, guys, you don't need to bother about job application. They will do the rest for you, okay? We provide you with the information that you require and guide you through the process. Our goal is to match your skill and abilities with the requirement and need of a family to ensure that a positive relationship develops between you and the employer. When you choose to apply through First Personnel as a live-in or live-out carer, you are guaranteed that we will be working on your behalf. They will take off the burden from you and make your application seamless. So you start by filling the application form. Their team will look into your application and see if you have the skill and matches the requirement. Afterwards, interview would be processed, where they will call you to interview you to see if everything put on your CV is really true indeed, if you have all that it takes, as you have written on your CV. With that being said, if you need a Canadian standard CV, a professional CV, then you can book my services where I make you a good, outstanding CV that enables you get a job as soon as possible in Canada. So I'm going to click on the application form and see how we can fill that, and also what detail we then need for us to fill this application form. Going forward, all you need is put in your name, put in your personal details, gender, nationality. Are you applying from Nigeria? Are you applying from Ghana, Zimbabwe, any Asia country? Put it in. Then your email address, as the case might be. Your marital status, if you have any children, as this pathway requires you to bring children, you can put it in. Also, it asks if you have driver's license, your criminal record, and a lot more. Afterwards, you click on where it says next, and that is you done with the application. Guys, how easy and simple this is. All you need to do is fill in this application. Also put in your CV where it said fill in CV, choose file, put in your CV, your caregiver CV. Then the next is the assessment, as been stated on their website, where one of that team will take a look into your application, that is into the form you filled, into the CV, and they would see to assess if indeed all what you put down is what the Canadian government is looking for. Remember, I said for you to move into Canada as a caregiver, then you must have 1 year experience before you move in. And guys, also from my research, the pay that comes with this particular position in Canada is quite awesome. That is, you are to be paid at least 28 Canadian dollar per month. This is so amazing. If I were you, I'm going to start taking into looking to move to Canada this year as a care assistant, I would also advise you to watch the previous video where I talk about this pathway to Canada in details. In that video, I gave a lot more information, so I would advise you to watch that, okay? Afterwards, guys, then interview would be communicated. Your interview date will be communicated. That is if you meet the requirements, okay? Your CV is what sells you. Reason why I would encourage you to get your CV professionally constructed, okay? You can use the link in the description box to book that services. Guys, you can come to this website. I would be leaving the links in this website for you to go and read more better. The benefit of being a caregiver in Canada comes with a lot of amazing goodies. Firstly, you have a stable career. Like I said, you're not tied to any employer. If any employer do anyhow, guys, you can easily switch. You have a safe working experience, rewarding career, financial stability, because the salary threshold with this pathway to Canada, with this occupation, is so amazing. You can move with your family, you can move with your children. This is so amazing. So guys, they also gave you the guide which you could do this by yourself. Take the necessary step, submit your application. I'm encouraging you to submit your application, and trust me, this would be beneficial at the long run. If you want to reach out to them, you can reach out to them with this contact information. Okay, by now most of my viewers are outside of Canada, so I would advise you to just come here, fill in the application. The question some of you will be asking is, Clara, does this agency require you to pay any money before you can use the services? The answer is no. This is absolutely free, 100% free. Just come in here, follow the step that I've shown you, and that is you. Okay, and that is you. There's a lot of testimonies on their website of people who they brought from Africa, from Asia, and a lot more into Canada through this pathway. Guys, it says, first personnel brought me over from the Philippines to live and help out a family here in Montreal with 4 kids. I could not be happier. The kids are a joy to be around. I work with another caregiver who comes over part-time, and together we feel that we have helped the family we work for. This is such a rewarding career. Now, this is a testimony from Fatima, a Filipino, who this company brought all the way from Philippines into Canada, all for free. Guys, take the necessary step. Take the necessary step. I'm wishing you guys the success. If you have further questions about this pathway, you can drop a comment or you can reach me on Instagram. The name of my Instagram will be widely displayed so you can see it. Guys, with this step shown to you, then you can start your application process. I would be leaving the links to all of these agencies in the description box for easy access. This is the end of today's video. Please do not forget to give this video a very big fat like, and as you do so, may God bless you. See you next time. For now, goodbye.